Good morning. Good morning. I'm back out here. I am back. Right. It is 6:44 a.m. I would have been live a little bit earlier if I hadn't forgot the fishing rod. Disclaimer. I have it now, but I had forgotten it. But it's all good because we're back. Jump in the water. Goodbye. Have a good day. Thanks, Eli. Thanks for checking in. The wind appears to be, I wouldn't say raging, but it certainly is moving today, the wind. But we're still out here. I've decided I'm going to be doing a Cold J weather forecast of the day that I just come up with the name right now at 7 a.m. daily. Good morning, Bill. How are you doing, Bill? It's nice to see you on this nice morning. Football Fisher, how are you doing? So, yeah, like I said, at 7 o'clock, I'm going to do a Cold J weather forecast of today, or of the day. And as well as that, I've got a few interesting questions I'd like to ask the viewers, but around 7 o'clock, I'll take off with some of those, but we're good, thank you. That is spectacular, Bill. Absolutely love to hear that. That is great. I'm doing well myself, you know. I'm doing pretty well. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit cold, just a little bit, but you know, I don't think that's really a problem, though. You know, I'm all good with it. You know. It's interesting though. It feels windy on the face, but what was I saying? Yeah, it feels windy on the face, but the waves aren't too big on the water, which is a good thing. Did you catch anything last live stream? Unfortunately, I have to break the news that no, I did not. But I can also say that it was still a good day. You know? So it's all right. That's all right there. This morning, though, I'm thinking today's the day. Because I'm only giving myself about 45 minutes in the mornings to live stream and to fish. So, it's like after 8 live streams, that should be enough shore fishing that I should get at least one fish. Does that make sense? That's the way I think of it. Oh my! Whew. Well, I don't know if you caught that, but I just absolutely smoked myself in the face with that swim bait. Wow. Good morning there, bruh. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the day. Big Cold J weather forecast of the day coming up in 12 minutes. Where are you? Bald Ginger Guy. Quite a name you got there, my friend. But I am in Northern Ontario, Canada, fishing on Lake Temiskaming this morning. That wasn't good. That's what I'm saying, Bill. Good gracious. Can you even imagine? I get how that happened. but I was snagged on a rock, so I decided to pull on the lure and it come back and smoke me. I'll have to make a clip out of that. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good day out here. You know, a little bit of wind. No rain though, yet. Yet. We're supposed to get a little rain though in a little while, unfortunately. It's 68 in northeast Florida right now, LOL. Jeez. I believe here it is 4 degrees. 4 degrees Celsius. Feels like 1 though. Good morning, Ben. Good morning to you. Oh, what a day. You know, what do you think, right? What do you think? Yeah, I arrived here this morning. I arrived here around 6:28, 6:27, and I go to get my gear together. I grab my microphone. I go to grab my rod and I realize it's not there. So I had to fire up the truck again, get back in, drive home, grab the rod, and come back. And that's why it's starting again at 6:45. But you know, it is whatever. Damn, that's cold. It certainly isn't like, warm by any means, but it's not terrible. I've got a long sleeve shirt and then a sweater and then a winter coat on, and I'm still a little bit chilly because I'm just standing here. You know what I mean? Just facing the weather head on. You know. Good morning, Hammy D. Good morning to you. It's nice to see you here. 4 Celsius here too. Right on. Right on. Yeah, it's getting colder day by day. You know, that on the weekend it's supposed to be a high of -2 both days. I learned on the drive here from the weather. But good gracious. I mean, that's not ideal for anybody. Elon Musk ? So my name's actually Cole J. And it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. But yeah. Yep. I feel like I'm going to be really afraid once I catch a fish. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm going to be really afraid. Okay, I've decided I'm going to read the weather. You're north of North Bay? I am. I'm north of North Bay by about an hour and a half, or 150 kilometers, or roughly, or so. Yeah, or so. But yeah. So that's quite interesting. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do these live streams for until the ice comes on, but I've decided that I'm going to be out here until I can't any longer. Like, until I come out here and there's ice on the lake and I can't break enough ice out to fish. You know what I mean? I'm determined. You're up there. Yeah, you're up there. Yeah, all the way up here in New Liskeard area. At the marina currently. Oh man. Since I'm fishing kind of high up here, I cast in the water, and then as I take my lure out of the water, it gets snagged on rocks like 50% of the time. It's not good. It's not ideal for me. But, it's all good. No fish yet, but soon, I'm sure. I can't believe I smoked myself in the face with my lure. Good gracious, like right here. Clipped me. Goodness. Mark Gold. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Mark. How are you doing today? I think I'm gonna switch up the camera angle. Just because that's just the way I feel. You get me? That's just the way I feel. Okay. So here we go. Hey, take a look at the. I've ended up with my nose. Take a look at the water. This is where I'm standing. Casting into here. So. Whoa! So it's a little bit sketchy out here. It's just a smidge. Not exactly sure where I'm going to position myself. I'd like to find a better spot than the spot I'm currently standing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe over here. I'd like to be closer to the edge of the water if possible. I'd like to be a good thing for me. So this is my attempt. So I'm just gonna keep walking the shoreline. Just bear with me here a moment. It's nighttime for me? Really? It's nighttime for Mark. Everybody. Okay. What time is it, Mark? How late are we talking here? Okay, I'm terribly sorry. Let's just try to get set up. Goodness gracious. Okay, we might be on something because I just gotta go get my rod. So enjoy the view while I'm gone. Okay. Before I call myself a genius, actually no, I'm just gonna do it. I'm a genius. I am a genius because of the following reasons. I picked this nice spot here, tucked out of the wind. Not windy right here, I tell you. Also, I'm closer to the water, so if I catch a fish, not only will it be more manageable to land, it'll also be easier to fish in general. Less snags, I hope. Goodness gracious, I shouldn't have said that. Tim27, good morning, Tim. Good morning, Tim. Nice to see you. How are you doing this morning? How are you doing? And welcome to the day. I actually feel quite confident now about where I'm fishing. Currently snagged. It's all good though. It come out. Looks chilly out. It is a bit chilly. In about 2 minutes or so at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna do a weather announcement. So stay tuned. Cold J's weather forecast of the day. 10:55 p.m. Wednesday night. No way. 6:58 Wednesday morning for me. That's crazy. When did you get a mic? I got a microphone like 4 streams ago or so, something like that. I decided I would implement the microphone because, well, like I've said a whole whack of times now, but the audio was all over the place, cutting out and going from quiet loud. So microphone hopefully fixes the problem with that. So I tell you. And now the audio is decent. Bro, you up at 3:58 a.m.? For me, it is 6:58 a.m., Dylan. But, Dylan, are you Up at 3:58 a.m.? Why? Why? But good morning to you, Dylan. Right. Allow me to just say a few words here. 7 a.m. I've written, goodness sakes, myself a sheet. What does the sheet contain? It contains the weather and it contains some interesting questions I'd like to ask all of you. That's right. I've got some interesting questions. So welcome. It's 7 a.m. out here on Lake Temiskaming today. Cole J's weather forecast of the day. So today it's going to be cloudy with showers. 4 degrees Celsius. Feels like 1 degree. Wind is 15 kilometers an hour, which we witnessed right over there on that point. Wind gusts of 23 kilometers an hour, which we also witnessed on that point. Rain is going to be 0.1 millimeters this hour from 7 to 8. Luckily, I'm not being hit with anything just yet, but maybe it's not in my area. That would be good. Percentage of precipitation is 40%, and humidity is at 75%. Right, now I've got some questions for everybody. Let's play a game here, right? This game is called Would You Rather? Fishing edition. Okay? I'm going to start off strong. What is Celsius? The only Celsius I know is the drink. Right on, Tim. Celsius is degrees Celsius. It is a measurement that is basically Fahrenheit, but there's a conversion you got to do with it, essentially. But in Fahrenheit, I'm not sure what that would be. But it's not warm, though. I'll just say that. What are you fishing for? I'm trying to fish for pike. You know, big pike. Maybe in the odd walleye here and there. You never know. Hey, Alex Goes Fishing is back. Welcome back, Alex. Good to see you this morning. Good to see you. You're just in time for some would you rather questions I'd like to ask everybody. I'm going to start off strong. Now, would you rather lose your PB at the boat, okay, or get pooped on by 100 geese passing by, but catch the PB at the boat? You tell me. But good morning to everybody. You know, it's good to see you all here this morning. Second option. You think so? You go for the geese. Yeah, you know, I'm hesitant about the geese. 100 geese. That is a lot of geese. But I think I do agree with you all. Do you get hit by all 100 geese? That's right. All 100 geese suddenly have perfect aim, and they all hit you. All 100. What do you think, Tim? Tim's on the fence here with this. And rightfully so. Jump in the water to wash off? Very true. That's true. What, you know, you might be disappointed by getting hit by all that from the geese, but once you're holding your personal best bass, or whatever it may be, pike, whatever your PB that you'd want to catch may be, it's going to be all worth it, I think. Yeah. Time to catch a fish? That's what I'm saying. Steel City fishing. Welcome back. You know what's actually funny about this? I hear geese in the distance. I hear geese in the distance. Is that a sign? I would bring an umbrella. Well, Tim, you know what? Tim's not getting hit by anything, apparently. Good on you, Tim. Good on you. That's really good. Now, does anybody have any would you rather questions they'd like to share that they think is good? So I'm interested. I moved from Ohio to Idaho, so my body's not used to the 3 hours behind. How recently did you move, Dylan? They're coming for you, LOL. That's what I'm thinking. If the geese fly right over top of me, I'm gonna be pissed. Last week, right on. Cool. Cool. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be that's definitely a change. Well, I guess I'll eventually get used to it, but yeah, it's very interesting. Would you rather live in mountains or the beach for fishing? Um, the mountains, for sure. As long as there's a nice lake there, of course. That sounds sick. That sounds sick. Football fisher. What about you though? Sam and Nick Rhymes. Hi there. Good morning. Welcome to the day. Welcome to the day. It's nice to see you here. Good morning, Cole. Focus on the outdoors. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. There's snow already. Yeah. 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 There certainly is, you know. Well, not that I would know, but it snowed here last Saturday. There was a little bit of snow. It was kind of made me think, is that what time of year we're at already? I feel like just yesterday I was casting for largemouth bass in the summer. So I don't know what's happened. Morning, bro. Good morning, Silver 22. Good morning from North Bay. Welcome back, my 10 body bags. Good morning. Welcome back. It's nice to have you here. It is nice to have you here. So, football fisher would rather the mountains as well. I think that's a good call. That's a good call. Right. Let's just see. Let's get some fish. I'm gonna try. You know, I'm going to try. Okay, I've got another question. Would you rather dropping your rod in the water? Okay, your lure, your rod, everything's gone, or your phone? And I'm talking your best fishing rod. Phone. Really? I just broke my line. So that's not going to be good for me. This is tragic. This is actually really sad for me. Rod for sure. So a little bit of a split decision here. 2 people for phone, 2 people for rod. My rod is not that expensive. I need a new phone anyway, so I'd say phone. I thought somebody might say something like that. That's funny. For me, I'd rather the rod, I think, because I don't want to lose my phone. You know, I got all kinds of video footage. I'd probably be recording a video, so if I lose that, I lose the video. Definitely my rod. I feel lost when I have my phone. Too much access to personal stuff. Yeah. That's losing your phone is, if you don't have things backed up, it's kind of terrible. To which, of course, I don't have that. Rod and lure is cheaper than my phone. Yeah, it's get away the options out for sure. Yeah, I'm with you there. But anyways, as far as it goes for me, I'm out of things. My rod, I broke my line. I hear ducks as well. I don't even know how the line broke, but I'm very upset about it. Very, very upset about it. Rod has memories, phone is an object. Absolutely correct. Have you seen a mountain lion? Like, in my life? Well, I guess the answer is just no either way. I have not seen a mountain lion. My phone is always in a bag to protect from water for fishing. That's good. You know, that's good. For me, of course, If I'm fishing, I'm usually going to be making a YouTube video or I'll be live, one or the other. But, so yeah, my phone's pretty much just dangling above the water like 90% of the fishing trip. Which is like quite a thing to think about, really. It depends on if it was at the beginning of the trip and it was my only rod. That's very true. Because if it's the beginning of your trip and you lose your rod, you can't fish the whole rest of the day, then no good. No good. No good. I've lost rods before. Me too. I've lost loads of rods. I left the line in when I had to pee. As I was walking back, a rod just went over the dock into the water. Boom, rod gone. Good gracious. That is just awful. You know, I've lost countless fishing rods. It's unbelievable how it happens. I don't even, like, words can't explain some of the things. I was fishing in my canoe, right? And I caught a fish. Good for me, right? Wrong. So, I get the fish in. It's in the net. It's in the boat. And I'm looking at it. And I go to put my rod behind me here in the canoe. Set it in the canoe. Set it down, right? But I went like this. And I pitched it out of the canoe. I didn't even realize. So I just kind of set it down in the water and forgot about it. But the thing is, the lure was still stuck in the net, right? So the lure's still in the net. So my rod must have been dangling there. So then I took the lure out of the net and I put the lure in the water because that's where the lure goes. But in doing that, I unhooked the rod from the net and everything just sank down. And I was like looking around for my rod desperately. And then eventually I reviewed the footage and saw my terrible, terrible mistake. It's absolutely awful. It really is. But I guess it's whatever. I guess it's whatever. Is it dark before 5? What time for you? Is dark before 5? Yeah, it gets dark here at about 5:30 p.m. It'll be dark, which is ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, what's up with that crap? That's terrible. That is terrible. Doesn't get much worse than that. I mean, I guess 5 o'clock is worse. Well, I have to go now, so I will watch the next stream. Okay, Alex, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, though. Thanks for stopping by, sticking around. It was nice to have you here. Russ, good morning, Russ. How are you doing today, Russ? It's good to see you. It is good to see you. Unfortunately, Russ, I broke my line, okay? So I took a cast out, right? As per usual, except this time around, the line broke apart. So my swim bait went flying into the water, never to be seen again. I made it sound pretty terrible just then. Never to be seen again. That's terrible. Okay, anywho, this has turned into a morning discussion stream. So, there you go. I may as well find some more questions to ask the viewers this morning. I may as well. In fact, I've got a question. Hold on. This is interesting. Would you rather catch an absolute tank of a fish, but then lose it at the boat? It's not your personal best, but it's a tank. Lose it at the boat, or catch nothing all day long. No bites, nothing. Hemi D, what kind of line are you using for just snap like that? I don't know what this is. I think this is like, I feel like this is like 10 pound. Let me see. What could this? I feel like this is around 10-pound test. Around 10-pound test. Or so. Monofilament, I believe it is. So it stretches and everything. I don't know what's going on. It gets pitch dark. Yeah, 5:30. It's like dark. Like it's no longer. Yeah, it's interesting. Russ would rather catch the tank, but then lose the tank. Yeah. Otis Outback said hi. Good morning. Mr. Howell, who would love to receive a letter from you? I have no idea. Why do you ask? Please tell me more. Lose the boat, because then at least you had some fun reeling it that far. That's very true. That is very true. I can see that. I can see that. Yep. Yep. Because then otherwise you get no fish all day. That's terrible. Like that's terrible. That's terrible. Well, this is interesting. No rod to fish with. It is 4:14. It's 4:14 for you? Holy smokes, man. Holy smokes. Yeah. Letters make people feel good. I see. Yeah. Yeah, as long as the letter has some good things written on it. Not if it's a hateful letter written out of spite. But letters with nice words on it make people happy. But on the same note, so does other positive messages. Do you follow me? Yeah, but yeah, I'd say you're correct. Are you Canadian? That's right. I am Canadian from Canada. Shocker, right? Canadian from Canada. It's also embarrassing to tell people you caught nothing. That's true. That's very factual. So it might be a better question. Well, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I agree. Because you're out all day. Anyways. I'm almost getting upset here about a hypothetical situation. Only letters I get usually have some sort of payment required. See, and those don't make people happy. So, dear so-and-so, you owe X amount of dollars, pay immediately. No one's going to be happy to read that. I got 3 letters in my first week in Idaho. Did they make you happy, Dylan? What were they about? Well, unless, don't answer if it's personal, obviously, but if it was a bill of some sort, payment required, no good. What is the next thing you hope to eat? These are very interesting questions you're asking me today, Mr. Howell. And I'll actually tell you. So the next thing I hope to eat is a breakfast sandwich. That would be preferred. So it's interesting you ask, though. They did make you happy. Well, I tell you what, then. Goodness gracious. Crustacean King. Holy smokes. Crustacean King. How long has it been? Good gracious. Good morning. I couldn't find your streams for the longest time. What happened? My friends. All right, on. That's cool, Dylan. That's good. That's awesome. That's spectacular. So no payment required yet. Well, I'm sure you've paid for things, but I finally found them again. Well, Crustacean King, thank goodness. That's incredible. Well, it's good, really good to have you back. It's been a long time. Crustacean King. I snapped my rod off. The line off my rod's gone. Sausage patty or ham or bacon. Usually, I like to go with sausage patty, egg, bacon, cheese. Doesn't have to be in that order. In fact, it'd probably more likely be egg, sausage, bacon. Cheese, of course, at the bottom. That's usually what I go for. Coffee, double or black. For me, 2 cream. 2 cream is what I enjoy. Double I find to be too sweet. It's a bit too sweet for me, So I like the 2 cream. It's enough to break up the complete blackness, but it's also not. Doesn't really add too much sweetness, I find. But what about you though, Hammy D? What are your thoughts there? Everyone subscribe to Cole. He has awesome streams. Hey man, I didn't say it. Football Fisher said it. But yeah, everybody subscribe. Yeah, you know. Look, it's free. It's free. Uh, it's a nice day. What else can I say? You can always unsubscribe later as well if you really want to. Just give it a trial. You know, subscribe yourself urgently, and give yourself a 7-day trial. I'll give you a 7-day free trial, and if you like it, you can keep subscribed for free. And if not, well, you can unsubscribe and tell me in the comment section what I need to improve on. But yeah, you get anything through the ice yet? No ice yet, Crustacean King. No ice yet. So, open water, as you can see behind me here. Open water still for probably a little while longer, so I'm going to try to keep myself going with the open water for as long as possible. And then once the ice is, of course, safe to walk on, important detail there, I will head out there, and I will bring you all with me. Ice fishing live stream. Because that would be interesting. I love eating food. Do you? What, Mr. Howell, pardon me for not asking you what you hope your next food item is going to be. Please tell me. Please tell me. At least you have a good excuse for getting skunked today, LOL. Yeah, it's true. What am I supposed to do? You know? What am I supposed to do? That's true, Russ. Thanks for pointing that out. Our snow here, like, almost taller than my foot. Really? In Idaho? That's crazy. And when does the snow, maybe you don't know yet because you just moved there 2-3 weeks ago, but when does the snow melt away? Like when is it done? Usually. Maybe you don't know, but are you going to stream Saturday? Oh, probably. Saturday I think is a nice day, so I'm sure I will be. Maybe in the morning, maybe the afternoon, evening possibly. Not sure yet. Maybe in the morning though. But yeah, I'm sure I will be. Good morning, Don. How's it going, Don? On the fisherman. Oh, the fisherman again. Morning. Good morning, Brian. It is the fisherman out here again. Except for the fact that I've broke my line when I was trying to make a cast. So now I'm just basically talking at the water. So I'm a water's edge speaker today. I plan to microwave frozen scrambled eggs with potato and eggs. Interesting. Frozen scrambled eggs with potato and eggs. So it's a big mixture then. Like you're not microwaving them separately. It's a big mixture. Did you make the mixture? So many questions. Goodness gracious. Dylan, why are you lying? I live in Minnesota. Is Dylan telling lies? I don't believe it. Snow isn't here yet. This is awkward. You don't want to jump in and catch one with your bare hands? You know, Brian, I don't know. I don't think so. You know, I'm leaning towards the opposite of that, you know? Do you like Gordon Lightfoot? Forgive me. I can't quite remember who he is. The name rings a bell, but I can't quite remember. I can't quite remember. Yeah, Brian, I think we're going to stay dry here this morning as best we can. It comes that way, there may be some cheese involved. Cheese that you add? Or is the cheese does the cheese come in it as well? Because that's important. I hear geese. In fact, I'm surrounded by geese. Good gracious. I might get hit here. Might have better luck with your hands, LOL. Well, better luck than just standing here, but also it's like, how important is catching well, of course, I would never, there's no way I would dive in there and grab one. Of course I might. I might be just that skilled. Look at the geese. Can you see the geese? There would be the geese. The shoreline was full of geese yesterday evening. Is that right? What are they doing here? Aren't they supposed to be moving south? Why are they going north? I don't get it. They included cheese, whoever they are. Well, that's good. Sounds like they put together a decent breakfast there. You're completely out of line. Why can't you fish? Well, the reason I can't fish, actually, today, is because I cast it off my lure, and I don't have another lure available to use. That's my big problem. Terrible, terrible shame. It truly is. Because all my gear and all my other fishing rods, that's why I just showed you a pink fishing rod, because it's my girlfriend's fishing rod. And that was her lure, so, no one's saying anything. But it's gone. And all my other fishing rods and all my other rods are in a different vehicle in the fishing van. Yeah. But it's fine. I can see with my binoculars. I don't think so. There's no way. There's no way. Find one. I'm also, the stream is going to have to be ending in about 4 or 5 minutes or so anyway, so. You sound stuffy. No way. I heard once if you're up in the water long enough, it warms you up. It might help you, but I'm not a doctor, so. So don't follow medical advice from Brian, is what you're saying? Russ, that's creepy, dude. I don't know. Man. Yeah, well, I don't believe you, Russ. Something about that. I don't believe it. Winter isn't quite coming yet. Very true. Seagulls are still here too. When they disappear, snow usually hits a week later. Is that a fact? In fact, I spooked some seagulls this morning on the way up here. Yeah. Yeah, well. Hell, yeah, Brian. More geese over there. Jeez, they're heading back. Beach and lake shore. Beach and lake shore. Beach. I don't see you out there, Russ. Yep, snow comes this Friday or so. Yeah. I don't know when the snow is going to hit here and stay. Of course, it's going to start getting quite cold to your left. Are you across the lake there with that, the red light over there? I live on Switcher and it's snowing up here right now. Good gracious. Whoa, did you see that fish to your left? The fish? I didn't see a fish. Maria! Good morning, Maria. How are you this morning? Good morning, welcome back. While you're replacing the girlfriend's lure, get her some new line as well. Yeah, I better switch this line out, It doesn't seem to be that good, because things like that, just shouldn't be happening. Just shouldn't be happening. No, in my house. I can't, lucky for you, Russ, my vision isn't that great, so I probably won't be able to spot you from anywhere too far. What temp is it up there? Let me tell you, Crustacean King, just bear with me because just bear with me a moment. So, hey, Russ already knows. Goodness gracious. 4 degrees Celsius, feels like 1, wind is 15 kilometers an hour, wind gust of 23, rain 0.1 millimeters this hour, which is proven to not be existing. Percentage of precipitation is 40%, and humidity is at 75%. this morning. I love reading books about bank robbers. Have you ever heard of Cole Younger? You ever heard of that? You ever heard of that gentleman? Quick, jump in and catch it with your bare hands. Oh, Brian's just trying to convince me to leap into the lake. To leap into the lake. No good. Ross, toss him a lure. Or Russ. Yeah, Russ. If you could see me, drive on down, hand me a swim bait. Yeah, just saying, though, it's nothing. Don't come into my bank, sir. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Damn, it's 20 Celsius here. 20? 20? Oh my gosh. That's ideal. Are you fishing or are you just live, Maria? I hate to break the news, but I was casting my rod, as per usual, and the line snapped. My lure went. This probably sounded a little bit like that too. I don't have any other ones, so I'm just chatting here till I end the stream. But under my foot is the thick ice under the snow. Goodness gracious, Dylan, that's crazy. Did you play hockey growing up? I did actually. So I played hockey once for 9 years. From 9 to 18 I played. Yeah, pretty good. Just casual. Like I didn't play travel hockey or anything, just casual games there. Yes, and I like easy days. Crazies are enough for me. Yeah. I thought of bringing you a lure earlier, but I knew you were ending around 7:30. Yeah, it's around 7:30 or so. I'll have to wrap up here. Because, as you all know, I have places to be at 8 o'clock. But that's nice to get folks on the outdoors. That's pretty sick. That'd be pretty cool. Imagine that. A live stream viewer just rolls up, hands me a lure. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. You don't have another lure? Not really. I might have one in my truck, but I'm not sure. And it's like, I should be ending the stream right now, but for some reason I'm still yip-yapping. Have a good day. Have a good day, brother. I'm off to work. All right, sounds good, Silver 22. Wish you the best here today on a Wednesday. Have a fantastic time, and enjoy the day. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Russ, you should lend him a lure. I agree. Where's Russ? Where are you from, friend? Stephen. Good morning, Stephen. I am from Northern Ontario, Canada, in a lovely town here. Currently fishing Lake Temiskaming. He needs a rod and reel. I have a rod, I have a reel, I have line. All I need is a lure. Russ, come on down. It ain't even light. It's getting pretty light, though, now. It's getting pretty light. I think you must be in Eastern Canada. Eastern. Yeah. Yep. Ontario. So, take that what you will. Kinda. Kinda. Ontario. On the east side of Ontario, basically. We'll stick with that. I'm directly south of you in Delaware, USA. Cool. Mr. Howell, that's cool. How are things there? Hey, I'm back. Remember Misty last time you went fishing? I do, Misty. Good morning. Welcome back. I'm going to have to end the stream pretty soon here, but unfortunately, as much as I'd love to just sit here and talk for hours on end, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Saturday, perhaps. Told you. Yeah, there you go. Idaho. Northeastern Ontario. There you go. That's it. Hello there and good morning. Good morning, Irish Plays. Irish Play X. My bad there. But good morning. Misty, and last time you went fishing? Yes, I do. Yesterday. Idaho is so much prey. Right on. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to end the stream here. Unfortunately. So, I'll have to say I appreciate everybody very much who was able to join in today. But it's going to have to come to an end here. What time did you arrive at the lake? About 50 minutes ago. Around 6. Well, I got here originally around 6:30, but I forgot my rod at home, so I had to drive back and get it. So I went live at 6:45. But bye, bro. Sounds good, Dylan. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for popping in today. I got school today, Misty. Have fun at school. Good luck at school. Wish you the best today. Have a great day, Cole. Thank you very much. Crustacean King, I'll see you next time. I'm glad you found the streams again. Only 50 minutes, that's sad, I know. But it doesn't get dark until, there's a street lamp here I could fish underneath. I know, 50 minutes though. Yeah, I'd love to be live for at least 3 hours, but weekends I'll take advantage of that. Bye, brother. Sounds good. Everest Play X, I'll see you later. Bill's been here the whole time. Shout out to Bill. See you next time. Russ, checking out. See you all later. Have fun at work. Yeah, I certainly will. Football Fisher, thank you. I'll have to stop back in some time and check out your stream. Absolutely. Subscribe. Subscribe now for free and you won't miss it anymore. Right on. But thanks, everybody, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Later, Maria, Mr. Howell. Ready? Cole J signing out.